Welcome in, guys. This is a horse stance follow along. So we're gonna do a lot of variations of the horse stance position that I think is one of the best for opening up your hips. But we're gonna start on the ground here. We're gonna start with hip rotations. This is how I start a lot of my follow alongs because I think it's such a wonderful way to warm up. So we're gonna drive the knees one in, one out. And just kind of sit side to side. Work with what your range of motion is. And if you can start to put those knees down to the ground and do it, just like that. And if you can put the knees down and then sit up straight, even better. We're getting a good stretch through our hip rotator muscles. Let's do one more on each side. Okay. Awesome. So next warm up, so we're gonna go to bear squat. So we're gonna go hands and knees down on the ground. And I just want you to start bringing those hips back to the heels, like so. And we wanna feel a big stretch through our big toes here, okay? So we just sit back, dig that toe into the ground, the bottom of that toe, we feel a good stretch. Now let's lift the knees, if this feels comfortable for you. Get that full knee bend, rock forward. This is such a good warm up. And it really gets your feet all nice and stretched, which is great for ankle health. Okay, we're gonna do two more. If you want the challenge, you can do one leg variation. It's very hard, it's a lot harder than this. So we put all the weight into one toe and one knee. Whew, it is a lot. You don't need to do this. That can be a goal to work up to if you want. Okay, we're gonna hop straight into our first horse stance. So horse stance, we take about a double normal stance width. One way that you can do this, if you like to measure your progress, put your feet together, heels out 1, toes out 2, heels out 3, toes out 4. So 4 steps from the middle. So we're gonna do squats up and down, just like this. Down, up. Okay, we're gonna do a minute. So we like to start with squats because we just get to feel what the horse stance feels like. We don't have to spend too much time there. We start to get a gauge of how deep we can go. Some people will be a little bit higher. If your hips are a little stiffer, that's completely fine. Some people who already have flexible hips will be able to sit pretty low, but I want you to feel your glutes working to push you back up. And of course, you're gonna feel these inner thighs stretching, but that's the beauty of the horse stance, is these guys get stretched, but they're also working at the same time. And of course, the horse stance just works all of our legs too. It's mobility and strength, right? The quads do a lot of work. Even the feet have to keep those arches. So let's do one more, and then we're gonna hold here for 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's our first horse. Now, a big part of the horse stance is being able to open the hip, right? Being able to use these side hip muscles. So we're gonna do active pigeon. Active pigeon looks like this. We come into a kneeling lunge position, like so. You're gonna keep that back knee off the ground. And then all you're gonna do, put the hands down, press that knee to the side, okay? Just like this. And I want you to feel these hip muscles pushing the knee outward. We just try to get a little bit lower each rep that we go. Seeing if we can drive onto the side of our foot, push that knee down, using the hips. One more. Maybe you can touch. Great. Okay, let's switch to the other side. And we push out. I've always had really tight hips. Pigeon stretch has never been very accessible to me until I started doing this variation. And because I have to use strength to open that hip, I saw results a lot faster. And now, last one, I can get that knee to the ground. I can actually start doing a proper pigeon stretch because I've done the active pigeon. Okay, let's move back up. We're gonna go into our next horse stance variation, which is the horse stance hinge, okay? So this variation, We come to our horse, and then we're going to shoot the hips back and let the torso fall forward. And we want to stay out of rounding, so we only want to go as deep as we can keep that back arched, okay? I'm gonna go a minute. Horse stance, get a few seconds in each position. Nice and slow. Feel like your hips and your hamstrings are controlling this movement. You don't have to push your range here in the beginning. Just get used to what it feels like. Drive the hips backwards, bring the hips back under you. Keep the low horse stance as low as is low for you. Lift the tailbones as we push forward, and then open the knees as we come back here. Make sure to breathe. We got 20 seconds left. We can start to push our range of motion a little bit. Get a little bit deeper if we can. Last one. And back to horse. And good, relax. Awesome. So to give our hips a break here, I'm just gonna move into a lunge hip flexor stretch, right? As we're stretching all these hip rotator muscles, we might as well stretch our hip flexors as well. So we're just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna start the timer. And I want you to squeeze this butt, or this glute, push the hips downward. Just feel like this front side of the hip is opening up here. You can kind of bring the hips back, push forward. This is kind of a more dynamic variation. I quite like it. Let's go one more. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. So we push those hips forward, bring it back, or you can just hang out here if this feels good. Breathe. And relax. Okay, good. Let's stand up. Let's shake it out a bit. Looks like we lost our son. That's okay. Okay. So, next horse stance variation is going to be our Cossack horse stance. So, we take our horse stance position. We're then gonna lean side to side here. So this is the just getting started version. You don't need to go deep at all. I'll start the timer. We're just doing a little side lunge, but we're staying low through the transition, right? So we're not coming up, we're going, okay, still in my horse stance, side lunge, still in the horse, side lunge. Now, those of you that are feeling nice and open in the hips, like I'm starting to, we can get deeper into this Cossack. Make sure that you breathe. Just gonna pause here in the horse for a few seconds to rest. And then we'll go again. Cossack, getting deeper, feeling a big stretch through that straight leg. Slide in a bit. Oh yeah, big stretch right here. Let's do one more on each side. Stay low. Oh, if your inner thighs aren't screaming after that one. Okay, very good. So guys, we're gonna take our break in a deep squat. So sit as deep as you can here. For me, this is actually quite a break. This squat doesn't challenge the inner thighs quite as much, so you can kind of relax into this. The horse stance will really have a big effect on your deep squat position because you open your hips so much, right? So the other end is training the ankles to be able to dorsiflex, but my hips feel so good right now. I can just sit here forever. All right, so we've hit the end of the routine now. We're gonna do a full minute of sitting deep into our horse stance, okay? So I'm gonna start the minute. Drop those hips, Now for some of you that are feeling nice and mobile, pretend that you could set a broomstick on your thighs here. That makes you sit really deep and challenges you a lot more. The deeper that we sit, the more the hips have to open, right? If I sit higher, it's still really great. I'm still working my legs a ton, but the deeper that I sit, now those hips have to get that mobility. It's really what we're going for with this routine. Breathe. 20 seconds. I'm starting to feel the shakes here. This is the beauty of doing this with you guys in a routine, is I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna do my 10 more seconds. 2, 1. Oh, wow. Feel those hips. So guys, if you couldn't do the full minute on that last one, it's a great goal to work towards. Come back to this 2 or 3 times a week. Get that horse stance better. You're gonna get stronger, you're gonna get more mobile. I'll see you in the next one.